Welcome to yet another amazing episode of your favorite program, Buhle Betfu. Lo sehlelo namuhla nje ngihlala yenda ngineliswa makhanya, kepha ke namuhla ngingedwana, umlingani wami usebabhekile ngaleminye imisebenzi elive, kepha ke ngiyethemba ukuthi namuhla kuningi lot akufunza ehlelweni lethu, sisavakasha, sifunza futhi sidlala. Ngicela ihlelo namuhla litakulethela konke lokhu ukubone ukuthokodela embukele ekhaya. Namuhla sitawucala ngokuthi siyobuka Eswatini candles, la khona banemisebenzi eminingi labasendela yona ekhaya Eswatini, njengoba ke nathi ke mbukeli lapha ekhaya ukuthi kulesikhathi lesikiso se-COVID-19 kuningi lokwendekile lobekufaka ekhathi ukuthi ivakashi tethu betizivakashi 11 yathi sakhona into obuka tindlo lesitikhicita ke even la kangwane. Ngakho ke tinkampani tethu lesinato letfana nabo Eswatini candles setivule tandla ukuthi bowungeda nawe mbukeli ukuthi utawubona labakwendako. Kungako namhla nathi sikhethile ukuthi sibavakashele stokulethela lokho labakwendako kuze sibone buhle lokwendiwa khona. Inkampani le seyidinde even la kangwane kwendlula iminyakeni lengemashumi lamathathu solo isikhicitela leto tindlo letinhle labatendako ngalo likhandlela. Asethembe ukuthi utabujabule kakhulu ke ukuthi ubuke ukuthi yini lesitholile lapha nasifika khona. Asambe.
In 1982 kwase kuyaqala kufika emajala amabili aqhamuka eJohannesburg. There were two artists, Tony Meshach and Grizzly. So when they came, bona beba ne-intention yokuqala some project, and the project yabo involved designing new form of khandlela into some artistic form. From the ordinary khandlela level ba playing balendel be artistic even more. So what they had in mind was cubes and other ideas. So in 1982, they started. So they needed a crew of people to work with. And so they went around bafuna lamanye artists to even make them abe more artistic and support some local talent. And luckily my father was one of them, Dave Lamini at that time, Ndolo. So those were the first two people who came and started working with them. So from there, Dave was an artist. They started doing different kind of work. In Jobanbona, there are zebras, there are elephants. So they started using them into lomhlobiso wabo lomhelo langephandle. So le hlobo la lomhlobiso usuka e-Italy, which is called mini flori. Mini flori means many, but in multiple form. Compressing. So le process iwakha le patching yabo le balapha ngephandle. If ufike le Eswatini candles, I think you will see different kind of patterns and you will see what I'm talking about already. So logo bathi nabafika ke baqala basebayasebenza. That was 1983. Then it started basebaqala bakhipha locally. Basibanga discover ukuthi umsebenzi wabo ngathi bahambela kahle, and then they started ukuthi ba employ more abantu. Lapho ke sebaqala babe expandela outside of the country. Baqala baye Johannesburg, where the two artists labe bafikile were from. So ngalo sibe nemndeni emuva, then bathi let us export some there. From there business was booming, so they started exporting it worldwide.
Ngibonga musamazibuko umsebenzi wami lakhaya kwakhe emakhandlela. Yes. So sine-material esiyibita ngithi paraffin wax nayilisendi kwami. So yona ita ima-blocks, ima-bars kaso. Then thina sine-oven yethu lenkulu ifikela khona. Sifike siyishise sibe soft. So khona kuyimolda kahle ne. Yes, then siyikhatha la lesi sikali sethu lesi. La sifike siyikhathe khona siyikale cause lama sizes alamakhandi akalingana. Then sinabo Buhle Betfu labathi aphinze bese bakhala ama-shape masuka la skalini. So bataqale bamode lamabhola, then bese babisa lama colors. Yes, over the plain one. Then kuba bese bayi round ball colored. Then baqala ukukhipha lama shape. Otherwise iqala la skalini.
Uqala kwami lana ngiqale ngasebenza for 16 years. After that ngahamba ngayi Cape Town because i-company yavula lenye branch eCape Town. Then ngahamba bangithatha bangise Cape Town. Nase Cape Town ngahlala for 16 years, but basebenza ibhizinisi yabo eCape Town yavula for 3 years. after that yavala because kwaba nama-problems ama-tourist beba-targete kakhulu ku-Chapman's Peak. So i-Chapman's Peak yabe siyavala, then i-company lesitolo siyabe siyavala. Then-ke ngibuye back eSwatini after about 2 years lokunye ngile COVID. Malisuka nje leli khandlela liya le ndawo sefakes bafike badrille imbobo, then bese bafake le ntambo bese bathela i-wax le liquid. Malisha lona lisha alishi akupheli le shape, lisha nje i-round la lishone phansi. Then lokuhle ngalokho ukuthi malisha lo mgcoka nje ukuthi bese kushayina lama colors uma kungena lo mlilo uyale phansi, then kushayina lama colors langephansi. Ngiloko lewendela, but le shape yasala injalo, but liyagubheka lamhlanje lishone phansi.
Ngicala kwami nje ngakhaka isikhova lesilekusako, ngiyacabanga e-ofisini ukuthi mhlawumbe ngabe sisekhona yini leso sikhova sami engacala ngaso ejaleni. Anginankinga lo. Angaqhubeka ngasakha leso sikhova, ngaqhubeka ngasakha uzemva kwesikhathi ngisasakha. Bese ngaphandle bengibatata indlovu, ngibata emarhino, ngibata cishe big 5 nje yonke. Okay, ngisasakha ke lesikhova. Ube nale ne-order letindlovu. Ngathi sengizame kwakha indlovu. Indlovu yekucala lengacala kuyakha, ngayakha ngayibeka phansi emhlabathini ngesaba ukuthi eshinta singayibeka la isuke ihlekise labantu bese ngisakhona ichubeka. Oh. Ngayakha. Oh, masinongiyakha kwaba khona lumunye wetisebenzi lebesisebenza naye ngaleso sikhathi. Wathi angithathe indlovu ngiyibeke la. Ngoba ngilapho kuvela ukuthi hawu, indlovu enhle kanje kuya ngani uyibeke phansi. Ngalokho silamthondweni wami nami bengitikhobosa ukuthi nalo lwati labanalo nabo. Awusayakha ke le ndlovu basayakha nabo sayakha. Emva kwesikhathi nami ngatikhonza nami umsebenzi wolikhandlela sengiwenta melula ngokwenta amasinyane.
We import our wax from South Africa, and we use powder pigments to dye it to create these different multiple colors. So there's a pattern. It comes in the form of an A4 paper. It's a sheet where an artist first designed the pattern outside, and then we have a crew of guys that can get just the pattern. So it's another department, but still in the Eswatini umbrella. So the process there, okay, but total sheets, bawa mix it with the powder pigment, and then it forms different kind of sheets, la colorful, and then you put them together to make multiple patterns. So from that process, that's where all Lama designs are come on. So it depends. We have colorful ones, ethnic ones, skin colors, geometric colors. So many. We just have those people who used to design these patterns for us, and then we have trained the crew who created into a mold piece, which we call it a veneer. So from that process, we take it into the oven, get it warm, and then from a plain ball, the plain wax, we put it over, and from that process, we start making it into any shape that is out there. So we have an artist on the other side who deal with making all the artwork, and a crew waka, lama cubes, pillars, and hexagons. And we also have custom-made candies whereby if Buhle decide to want to put its own logo onto Kandela Labo, we have that special offer as well. So you can come by with your logos, with your wedding gifts, with your wedding ceremony, or any other designs that you may have. Then we can incorporate it onto the Kandela Labo. So right now, Ongelama pieces, each and every one of them, the uniqueness comes from it was made. Handmade by someone, and it was fully designed, and it's just a painting on its own, and it's a kangaroo, and it's even nicer. We have scented ones as well. So, but we don't make the scent into the kangaroo. We sell some oils where you can pour the oils into the scent. Once you light it and create some liquid, and then the people sell a few drops. From there, the whole house smelling nice.
Ngiyethemba mbukeli ukuthokotele kubuka ukuthi ingabe likhandlela balende tinto letinhle kanganani enkampanini yethu lesinayo ekhaya Eswatini, iSwazi Candles. Ngiyethemba ke futhi ukuthi mbukeli njengoba sowubonile lo buhle labasendela bona nawe udaba ngilomunye wabo lokhonako ukuthi ufake isandla ekutheni ubasupporte njengoba sathi ukuthi imarket yethu sengiyona lesinayo la khaya ngato timo lesesibhekene nato. Kwamanje mbukeli sitawuthi shelele etitolo, nasibuya etitolo sidabe sikhulumisana na Daniel lo sihambe embili kakhulu even la kangwani ku photography. Sitawuxoxisana naye asitshele kabanti ukuthi usukaphi ne-photography yakhe nemisebenzi yakhe lemihle futhi lasayindile even la kangwane utaba sitshengisa yona ukuze nawe lapha ekhaya ukhuthatheke mbukeli. Asambe. Welcome back to your favorite show, Buhle Betfu. I am so excited for what we are about to do right now. We are here at Sibebe Resort for a zipline experience, and we will be having our favorite photographer in the land, Daniel, whom I will be having this experience of the zipline together with him. And immediately after that, we are going to talk to him more and find out what is it that he does with his photography and all the experience that he has had and all the amazing work that we have seen as we visited sometime Buhle Gallery. I hope you will be excited as I am to see what we saw that inspired us to bring this to you. Enjoy the show. All right, Daniel, please, you have just enjoyed the zip line. Please tell us more about the experience of what has happened here.
Well, actually, this is my first time to be here, and when I about to go up, I just feel like, whoa, it's so low. It's not that high, you know, because I'm afraid of height.
All right.
But when I go up there, hey, it's different story. You was excited, but when you get here, you just feel like, hey, should I do that or not? But I believe it will be worth it. Before you jump, you feel like, hey, it's a little bit nervous, like, should I do this or not? But actually, after 1, 2, 3, then you jump, then you don't feel any fear. You just enjoying the landscape.
That's right.
Yeah, I love it.
You realize it. So will you be considering doing this anytime soon again?
Yeah, I think actually I can invite my friends
Alright.
to come with me and spend time here and do the zip lining together. It will be a nice experience for sure.
All right,
Yeah.
that's amazing, Daniel. So Daniel, we know you as a photographer. We know you as somebody that is so much into these media things, most especially photography. So do you mind telling us maybe just some background history of where you're coming from as a photographer? How long have you been in this industry? Maybe you can just tell us more about that.
Okay. Originally I'm from Taiwan, and
Alright.
I came to Eswatini since 2013.
All right. that's
Yeah,
amazing.
actually I was a social worker. I work for an NGO. It's called Taiwan Fund for Children and Families. I was the director.
All right.
And while I was a social worker, I do photography as a part-time.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I come here, I start to shoot for House on Fire, and I start to be the official photographer for Bushfire
All right.
since then. And since 2016, I resigned from the NGO. Then I choose to stay in the kingdom,
That's amazing.
and I turn my photography as a full-time. Yeah, that's how this way I am now. So I'm doing photography. I think it's around more than 10 years now.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you.
All right, that's great. So we got to visit Buhle Gallery sometime earlier last week,
Yes.
where we saw a lot of your work.
Yes.
So we'd like us to tell us just more about that. What's the inspiration behind the work that you do at the gallery? To somebody out there that does not understand what all the exhibition is all about, what can you say about that?
Okay, for this exhibition, actually it was initiative of a function of a project. I can say that.
Alright.
They try to inspire people to go travel,
Okay.
to go enjoy the food in the kingdom, and also there's a project they are going to kick start to invite those maybe restaurants or artists. They can apply the fund
Alright.
and they can improve their artwork. So
Alright.
that's the initial purpose of that.
Alright.
But why we choose to use exhibition to do that, I believe because image is powerful.
Okay.
Imagine if there's in the world there's no any commercial, nothing, no video, it's empty. Yeah.
Alright.
So we use this kind of art exhibition. We go to those areas outside to take pictures, then present to the people.
Alright.
Yeah, I can say that the world is big,
Alright.
but the world in the sense in the meantime the world is also small.
True.
Because you don't need to go travel to see the view.
Okay.
For example, New York or Europe, you don't need to go there to take pictures then see the scenario there. You can see by the pictures. And also when you see the pictures, it will inspire you to want to understand more
Alright.
about anything
Alright.
in the pictures.
That's great.
Yes.
So what has been the response? What has been the response on our people that have gone to see the exhibition? What has been their response, and also how have they responded to the story behind the pictures that we are trying to tell through those pictures there?
And actually, through this exhibition, it allows people to understand more of what we have in the kingdom.
Alright.
For example, my first time to be in Sideki and shoot for the farm,
Alright.
and I just realized that we have a Swazi breed coffee here,
Alright.
and that's my first time to know. And before I never know about it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I feel like it's also a good way to showcase what we have in the country, and the people, they're also surprised, like, it's just a simple thing, and I didn't know. Through the other people's eyes, it changed the perspective of how we see the thing.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the biggest positive feedback from the people. Yes.
Alright, that's amazing. I believe we've also seen some of the work that you do at the FinCorp building. Maybe you can just tell us more about that, because I think that's somewhat different. It was the first of its kind for me to see that.
Yeah, so I FinCorp building, we go to the traditional market to see traditional Swazi made artwork.
Okay.
And most of the artwork is small, but that project is we take those artwork into the studio to take professional pictures and enlarge as a wallpaper to become a wall art for the FinCorp building. So if you guys have a chance, you can go there to see. Yeah, we also shoot a lot of, for example, the color brush. It's not too big, but if the wallpaper, I think it's like a 3 meters by 6 meters. It's almost like a billboard. So you will see the different angle, different perspective of the work.
Alright.
Yeah. So.
Alright, I see. Maybe one last question I would ask is, what is it that you can say maybe to inspire somebody who's watching us back there at home who might be interested in photography in the professional side of things as a business? How do they go about it? How does all that work?
As I mentioned to many photographers, don't limit yourself.
Alright.
A lot of people, they think, I don't have a camera, but you have a phone.
Alright.
The phone is a mirrorless camera.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what kind of camera you have.
Okay.
It's all about the brand behind the camera.
Alright.
Yeah. So I know during this COVID time, I'm also suffer a lot because there's no events, there's no commercial products I can shoot, there's no much business activities I can work. So but I believe during this time a lot of people they got more time than before. So you can go internet or ask other photographers to share experience.
All right.
But I can say is there's no shortcut in photography.
Okay.
To have a maybe like 300, 400,000 of cameras is not going to make you a good photographer. So the only way is practice makes perfect. That's all.
All right.
Besides the skill, it's all about what you see and you create it.
All right.
I still remember very much when I first having my first camera, and there's a competition, and I want to participate the competition, and there's a topic of what kind of photography, what kind of subject you need to take.
Yes.
And at that time, I know nothing about the camera setting, the knowledge, the angle, whatever. I try to create what they want, what they are required for, but I can't. In the end, I don't want to attend because I can't make it. Yeah. So besides the knowledge, you also can see other people's work.
All right.
For example, if you shoot one of my hand,
Okay.
if you shoot from this angle, up angle, lower angle, it's all you will change the perspective.
Okay.
So when I doing the artwork, I will go check where is a good spot to take pictures and where is my main subject.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will go shoot into different angles.
All right.
Yeah, because angle is only 360 degrees. True. But the way how you present it is different.
Right.
Yeah. So, and also in the meantime, I also want to say, like, a lot of people ask me, like, what can I do about photography? I always tell people, find your own style.
Okay.
Find your own style is very important.
All right.
Yeah, because that's your identity.
Okay.
Yeah, when people see this, they say, oh, it's Daniel's work.
It's Daniel's work. All right.
Yeah, now I can see, okay, this is by who, this is by who. I can tell because that's their identity.
They have their signature in it.
It's their signature for sure. Yes.
Ngiyethemba ke mbukeli ukuthi ulithole kodwa leli hlelo lanamuhla lapho khona besisesibebe resort la khona sende khona ziplining bekukwecala ke mina ukuthi bengagibela ngidize emoyeni ngendlela ningibonile ngayo nangisazuba nje lapha bengicanza umphefumulo vele seyinto lephumako kepha ke ngiyethemba ukuthi ukuthokodele kusibona sisahamba nemlingano wethu Daniel lebesinaye namuhla sixoxisa naye kabanti ngephotography ngiyathemba ukuthi ukujabulile konke lesikulethele kona kusuka kuswazi candles saya kuphotography size sifike la khona sesiliphetha ihlelo lethu utawuchubeka ke mbuke usilanzelele etinkundleni tekuxhumana lekungu-Facebook, YouTube na Eswatini TV app ukuze ulanzelele ukuthi kuchubekani kubuhle bethu. Ngiyethemba ukuthi nasevikile litako utawuphinza ube nathi namhla kusihlwa utobukela ukuthi sikulethelani ngalokuhle kwelive la kaNgwane lokuvalelisa kimi Neliswa Makhanya asihlangane futhi same time same place.